Do you know that guy?
Greetings, and thank you for joining me on this little trek today. We're going to go through Vermont. The bike today we're going to be using is the 2018 Triumph Bonneville T120. It's now closer to 83,000 miles, but 82,000 miles when I made this video. So we're going to start our trek going up the mountain. This is Vermont Route 73. It's a really nice road, pretty good condition. There's a couple of spots where there's some challenges. A lot of good sweepers. There's a little technical section on the Brandon side, which is also known as Brandon Gap. It's a nice little spin. We're going to get up the mountain so we can connect with Route 100. This also happens to be my home road. Basically, I live on this road, so I could probably ride up this thing blindfolded. So I'm going up pretty brisk. Average speed is 50 miles per hour through here. The views are just amazing, especially when you crest over that gap and you just see the huge mountain range on your left. You're really in the Green Mountains now. As stated, there's some technical sections. There's definitely a hairpin, about 15 mile per hour hairpin located on the way to Route 100. But generally, it's a lot of sweepers. It's a lot of beautiful views. You're right up in this upper valley, and there's very low traffic. As you can tell, I didn't see very many cars on my way to Route 100. All right, so we finally made it to Vermont Route 100. We're actually just south of Rochester. We're going to go through the town of Rochester. Just be careful through here. There is a lot of cops. I noticed them mostly on the weekends. Other than that, it's pretty low, medium enforcement. The roads are also pretty poor through here. We're just going to take Route 100 up quite a ways up to Sugarbush Access Road. It's a really cute town to go through, but I'll tell you, once you get through the rough bit of town, the road opens back up and you're back in majestic views of the Green Mountains. Route 100 carves along this upper valley, and it's just a phenomenal ride. If you come into Vermont, Route 100 should definitely be a road that you should ride. Alright, now we're coming into the little town of Hancock, Vermont. The reason I'm pointing out this town is that if you're taking Route 100 up and you're kind of low on fuel, this is the best place to stop and get gas. There's only one little gas station here, and it's the last one on this road for quite a bit. Hancock's a cool little town and intersects with Route 125, which is an exceptional mountain road. But today we're going to keep going north on Route 100. And again, the road just opens up to this upper valley, and it's just you, the mountains, and the road. All right, now we're coming into kind of middle of nowhere Route 100. This is a little town called Granville, and there's only a little stop here if you're looking for a little snack. There's a little country store. I used to go there when I lived in Rochester just because it's just nice people serving nice folks. I love it up here. So now we're just gonna fast forward through here, and I just wanted to kind of encapsulate what is Hubbardton Gulf, which is a vast stretch of road that goes through the Vermont State Park. As you can tell, there's nothing developed here because it's all state park on either sides of the road. It's got beautiful views. It has waterfalls, hiking trails, pull-offs for swimming. So just be careful through here. The road condition isn't the best. Lots of tar snakes. So just be careful, pick your lines well. Lots of great sweepers. It's a pretty easy road if you're somewhat competent on riding in turns. As stated, also watch out for moose. I have seen them through there quite a few times. All right, now we're going to go up through Sugarbush Access Road. This road kind of goes past the Sugarbush Access, which is a big ski resort, obviously. And we're going to meet up with another road called German Flats Road, which we're turning onto right now. But I kind of all just looped it together as Sugarbush Access Road. And we're going to kind of make our way over to Route 17, or the Appalachian Gap, or McCullough Turnpike. It's a very pretty road, but just do note that it's a 35. There's a lot of cops that go through here, and just be wary. There is a school, and there's students and kids walking around. All right, now we're going on Vermont Route 17. Now, this used to be called the Tail of the Dragon of Vermont, but I would not classify it as such due to the fact the road condition is so poor now. This last winter really beat it up really bad. As you can tell, I started getting into this road a little aggressively, and I backed off quite literally after this turn coming up. This one right here. Oh, and you can see I lost the back end out. And because the road's just so washed out, there's cracks, there's tar snakes, there's craters. There you can see there's grass growing in the road. They just don't maintain this road at all. But you don't need to attack it to have a great time on this road. The beautiful thing about this path going through the mountains is the exceptional views. Look at it open up right here. Many a time I've stopped here and just contemplated about how awesome it is to live in Vermont. Also, watch out for moose on this road. I've seen moose on this road as well. All right. Well, we had a little camera difficulty, but I turned right onto Gore Road, and we're heading north now. We're going to Richmond, Vermont, and we're taking the complete back way. This is a really beautiful ride, not a fast ride. Notice that I'm doing about 40 miles an hour, 45 miles an hour, just cruising. But that's okay because it is just a picturesque, beautiful area of Vermont. There's very low traffic through here. You will come across a couple of hikers, but mostly just barns and open fields. And to the right, you'll actually see Camel's Hump, which is notorious and known for its rock tip. There's no grass or trees on the top because it's just through that grow line of the deciduous trees that are what make the Green Mountains green. It's a beautiful ride through here, and it's all about taking your time, soaking in the open road, and just enjoying the beauty that Vermont has to offer. Do note that there are some small towns you go through that slow down to 25 miles per hour, and you will come across an occasional police officer or two making sure that you're following those speed limits. Gore Road eventually becomes Main Street for Richmond. You'll see cool things like the round barn on the right and go through this awesome Trestle Bridge as you get towards Federal Route 2. Now we're on Federal Route 2 and we're heading towards Montpelier, but we're actually going to get go towards Moortown, and it'll connect with 100B. Route 2 is kind of a okay road. It's kind of flat, and there's a lot of construction, but the views are still worth going down. All right, Vermont 100B. This is probably one of those hidden gems of Vermont. It's a very short road, maybe only 7 to 8 miles long, but the road is just beautifully maintained. Wide open spaces, lots of great sweepers, and the views are, again, just breathtaking. I will often take this road if I'm going to Montpelier from my house. It may be a little longer, but it's just such a nice ride. All right, now we're going up the mountain again, and we're going to connect to Route 12 via Moortown Mountain Road. This road is a pain in the butt, and I'll tell you, if you don't have good off-road or dual sport tires on your bike, you're actually going to have a kind of a challenging time. I'm running the Road 5s on this road, and there were sections where I actually had to slow down and stop to realign myself and create a new line because the road was so deep in gravel and loose rock that I was having a hard time keeping the bike going straight down the road. It's crowned pretty well, so obviously the bike wants to just go off naturally. As you can see here, I actually had to slow down and create a new line because the bike was washing out and trying to go off. So make sure you line up. Makes me remember why I put dual sport tires on my FZ1, because I used to take this road a lot to get from Middlebury to Northfield, where I used to live. All right, but Moortown Mountain Road does open up and get into some pavement and become a really nice road to ride. And you also pass through not one, not two, but 3 beautiful covered bridges. All right, now we're on Route 12 and we're heading south through Northfield, downtown Northfield. And it's really cool because there's Norwich Academy, which is also a military academy. So there's both civilian and military students on campus. It's a super cool little town. I used to live here for a year. I think it's a cool place, other than the fact it gets really, 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 really cold because you're on top of a mountain in the wintertime. It's a nice spot to check out. All right, so we're going to branch off Route 12, and we're going to go on 12A, which is a back way that goes through towns such as Roxbury and Braintree. It's such a cool road. They just repaved this road maybe 2 years ago. Lots of sweepers, lots of technical, but also just fantastic views. Right now we're passing through Roxbury. Roxbury is a really cool town. You take a right here, and you go over Roxbury Mountain Road, which will lead you into Warren back to 100. Just a great, great town, and there's actually an Amtrak service here, and there's an actual little Amtrak rail station that you can go and visit. Super cool, kind of in the middle of nowhere, but it's the best part about it. As you can tell, just a beautiful ride. I've sped it up through here just to kind of encapsulate how the road just twists, turns through this upper valley, and it's just beautiful. Also, again, just watch out for wildlife. I've seen both moose and deer on this road. You kind of sneaker along the road and you go into the trestle too. It's super cool. All right, we're back on Route 12, and we're in Randolph. Now we're going through downtown Randolph. Mind the bug, I caught that guy on 12A, so he's going to stick with us for a little bit. But this is just a nice, cool little historic town. A lot of brick, a lot of cool old buildings. Definitely worth your time to go pass through. Some great eats in this town, and it's just a nice little spot. Also, keep in mind there's a lot of cops that go on this road. A lot of state police, so keep an eye on that. And we're going to continue 12. We had some camera issues towards the end of my ride, so we're going to connect to 12 to Bethel Mountain Road, to Route 100 back to Rochester in Route 100. And we're back on Route 100. We missed the Bethel Mountain Road, and I apologize about that, but my camera and I didn't realize it. So we're just taking 100 south. You know, the road's not so great on this little stretch from this little spot we're on Route 100 or until we get to 73. And there we are. We're back on 73. Another beautiful pass at it. This time we're going back the other way. It is just a gorgeous road. Like I said, it's one of those gems of the state. If you get a chance to come through here and you want to hit a good mountain road with low traffic, 73 is the one you want to hit, or Route 125. And there it is. That's the whole route of today's travel with me. Thank you for joining me on this little ride. It was about 180 miles today, and it was just a great ride. And the best part about the day is that the old Bonneville rolled over 82,000 miles, and she's still ticking and running great. If you like what you see today, make sure you like and subscribe. I could make a couple more of these videos if you'd like. I'd love to hear your comments below, and I appreciate you tuning in. You have a great day. Keep it safe out there. Shiny side up is always best.